Hello, it's ShadeX, and I'm here to say that I'm a big Simpsons fan. In this video, I'll be talking about The Simpsons and the most iconic villain of the series, Robert Terwilliger, aka Sideshow Bob. There are so many good Sideshow Bob episodes, even in some of the later seasons. One of my favorites is the Italian Bob, as it reveals that Bob is married and has a family that seeks to kill the Simpsons. Another memorable one is the episode Funeral for a Fiend. But rather than talk about modern Simpsons episodes featuring Sideshow Bob, I want to go take a look back at his first three major episodes. Before he became adult animation's most recognizable villain, Bob started off as a sidekick to Krusty the Clown and had a brief first appearance in the episode The Telltale Head. This version of Bob at first glance seemed to be just a simple background character. However, he would later get a far more menacing design after he made his first true appearance in the episode Krusty Gets Busted. Kelsey Grammer got the role of Sideshow Bob after the late Sam Simon noticed he had a talent for singing while he was on the set of the show Cheers.
Please, I can. Sam Simon, who's no longer with us, God bless him, used to write on Cheers. And
oh, no way.
When I was doing Cheers, I would walk into the set and I would sing, "Oh, the good life." Sam called me one day after he'd left the show and he was working on Tracy Ullman, and then he started to do this show called The Simpsons, and he said, "We've got this character. His name is Sideshow Bob. Do you still sing?" I said, "Yeah, sure."
Kelsey Grammer was definitely the perfect choice for the character of Sideshow Bob. I can't see anyone else playing the role. Krusty Gets Busted set the stage for all his future appearances. It was this episode that started the evolution of the character. What makes Bob work is his personality. Bob is a man with many skills, those two being singing and acting. However, at the start of the show, Bob is simply a silent sidekick to Krusty the Clown who gets shot out of a cannon. Bob gets revenge by impersonating Krusty and robbing the Quickie Mart. This leads to the town of Springfield to turn against Krusty. However, after doing some detective work with Lisa, Bart discovers that Sideshow Bob framed Krusty. Bart exposes Bob on live television after noticing his big shoes that match the shoes of the Krusty impersonator. Sideshow Bob then goes to jail and Krusty is exonerated. Following Krusty Gets Busted, Bob made cameos in Simpsons episodes. For example, he played the role of Bart's cellmate in Bart the Murderer, where he had very big biceps. But Bob would not have a major role in a Simpsons episode until Black Widower, which is another great Sideshow Bob episode. In the episode, Sideshow Bob dates Marge's sister Selma. The Simpsons family is supportive of this relationship, and they believe he's changed since the time he framed Krusty. However, Bart is still very suspicious. Sideshow Bob proposes to Selma, and at first he seems to be in love with her. However, after realizing she loves MacGyver, he gets second thoughts. Bob eventually marries Selma and decides to leave whenever she watches MacGyver. However, it's soon revealed that Bob plans to kill Selma with the motivation of wanting to get her fortune that she has in the stock market. Bart then alerts his family, who rescue Selma. Bob believes that Selma did die, but in reality the hotel room exploded after Chief Wiggum smoked a celebratory cigar. Bart ended up saving Selma since the explosion was going to happen after Selma finished watching MacGyver. Bob gets arrested for his crimes and then the episode ends. Bob evolved during these two episodes. Sideshow Bob started off as a bitter sidekick who had a desire to frame Krusty for armed robbery after being mistreated by him. However, in his second major appearance, he committed attempted murder. However, in his third major appearance, Bob would solidify himself as one of the best cartoon villains of all time. This episode is called Cape Feare, and it is a hilarious and suspenseful episode of animated television. In this episode, Sideshow Bob sends letters to Bart, written in his own blood, that he wants to kill him. The episode introduces a motif that would be used in future Sideshow Bob appearances, that motif being Sideshow Bob's theme. The song is very menacing and is synonymous with the character. When I look at a picture of Sideshow Bob, that theme always comes to mind. After After being threatened by Bob, Bart gets fearful of everyone around him, believing that everyone is out to kill him. While all that is happening, Bob gets released from jail. The scene is hilarious and is one of my all-time favorite moments from The Simpsons as a whole. There are several highlights from this scene, with a callback to the time Bob tried to kill Selma.
Sideshow Bob tried to kill me on our honeymoon.
How many people in this court are thinking of killing her right now? Be honest.
She's always leaving the toilet seat up.
And a scene where Bob is questioned about his tattoo, which he lies about to the court.
Well, what about that tattoo on your chest? Doesn't it say die, Bart, die?
No, that's German for the Bart, the.
No one who speaks German could be an evil man.
Bob reveals to the Simpsons family that he wants to kill Bart, which leads to the Simpsons going into the Witness Protection Program. One gag I love is that Homer's wearing a Witness Protection Program hat and shirt. It's just so blatantly obvious. Bob ends up tracking the Simpsons down and hitches a ride at the bottom of their car. A lot of great slapstick comedy happens with Bob, the most iconic of these being him stepping on multiple rakes. This is a hilarious scene. I love the noise Sideshow Bob makes. There's also the scene where Bob ends up getting trampled by a whole parade when he tries to talk to Bart while lying in the middle of the road. Bart goes to bed and Homer approaches him with a knife, which scares Bart. However, Homer just offers him brownies and apologizes that he scared him. However, Homer soon returns to Bart's bedroom and shows off his hockey mask and chainsaw, which scares me even more. Homer then apologizes again. This is a very funny scene. Homer's idiocy is at its finest here. Bob soon captures the Simpsons family and attempts to kill Bart. However, Bart has one last request for him, to sing the entirety of the HMS Pinafore. This is hilarious. If you aren't aware, the HMS Pinafore is 4 hours long. Bob sings the entire score, and he sings it beautifully. Kelsey Grammer is a very talented guy, and he brought the character of Sideshow Bob to life in this episode. He's a very talented singer, and he really showed his strengths in this episode. After Bob finishes his musical performance, he attempts to kill Bart, but then he gets captured by the police and gets arrested again. Cape Feare is a fantastic episode, and is overall a great Sideshow Bob episode. Following this episode, Bob made it his mission to kill Bart Simpson. Sideshow Bob solidified himself as an iconic cartoon villain after this episode. Sideshow Bob is a very unique character and is definitely one of my favorite villains, not only just in cartoons, but in the realm of fictional media as a whole. The Simpsons is a great show and I love it. Expect more Simpsons videos in the future. I might even do another Sideshow Bob video somewhere down the road, since I only scratched the surface of this character's history. This has been ShadeX, and I hope you feel nothing but good vibes.